Azizah Nubia, editor-in-chief of Natural Woman magazine, and our mission is to promote, empower, and inspire all of our readers to love themselves from the inside out. I wanted to do this video to go along with the article that I did in the magazine. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Natural Woman magazine. We have our newest issue. It's entitled Women's Empowerment. That it has been released, and you will find an article that I wrote titled Sacred Space Altar Building One-on-One. Now, I love this article. Well, not the article. I do love the article, but I love what I do with Natural Woman because Natural Woman gives me a platform to be able to share a lot of my spiritual truths and a lot of spiritual wisdom that I love to share, and I can share it to a broader audience of people who are interested in learning how to fulfill their spiritual destiny and lead their own spiritual path. I know time has shifted where a lot of people are getting out of organized living. Oh, I said organized living. Organized religion, and they are looking for a more personal spiritual practice that will help them understand the reason of why they're here and get some type of spiritual meaning from life. And so writing articles and sharing my spiritual gifts through the platform of Natural Woman is a great reward for me, and that's why I'm doing this video. I want to talk about altars and how you build an altar and how an altar can be very, very useful in your life, and how everybody should have a sacred altar space in their home. You shouldn't just go to the altar when you go to church on Sunday. You should also have an altar inside your home because it is a sacred portal into the spiritual realm. It's a sacred portal into the spiritual world. And that's so important because we are spiritual beings here having a human experience. And in order for you to understand and fulfill your divine destiny, you have to be in alignment with spirit. Now, you do not need an altar in your home to know your divine destiny because you are the altar. You are the shrine. Your body, your temple, this physical body, this can be represented as your altar. And then too, we have a mind. The mind doesn't know the difference between what's real or what's imagined in our mind. So you can always create your own altar space in your mind, but utilizing the tool of an altar will really, really be beneficial in helping you to navigate through life with a lot of ease, and it'll help you get a better, broader meaning and a deeper connection with spirit. For all of you guys who do not know, I am an ordained reverend for the Universal Life Ministries. I have been for 2 years now, and for about 3 years I have been a crystal healer. I have been a spiritual counselor. I do intuitive readings. I have openings up year-round, certain times of the year. I can't say year-round, where I will take in new clients. And I'm different from a lot of intuitive people or psychics because I do not want to get into the position of being your spiritual advisor or being the person that you go to when you need help. I want to be in a position to help you unlock your own potential and your own power and be your own spiritual advisor, because anything that I can intuitively tell you about yourself or the decisions that you need to make, you already know what's the right path. All I do is confirm it. So the difference with me is I would, instead of telling you what you need to know, I tell you how you can. I also tell you what you need to know, but I also tell you how you can tap into your own power and understand your own psychic abilities, because everyone has a sixth sense. Everybody has psychic abilities, and I feel that the times that we're moving into in the world, everybody is learning to tap into that intuition, tap into those, your clairvoyance or your clairaudient gifts to help you navigate through life better. So today I wanted to talk about a altar and how you build an altar. I will do a demonstration of a simple, of some things that you can put in your altar, but altars have been used throughout time. People go to pray at altars, they give offering at altars, they ask for healing from altars, so it's nothing scary or nothing new about an altar and how you use an altar in your life. I know a lot of people may not agree with having an altar in their house, but I don't understand that, because I feel like an altar is a very, very important piece to have in your home, because your home should be just as sacred as it would be you going to a church, and you should make a space inside your home that will be your reminder of your sacred, of your sacredness and your spiritual self. Every time I go to my altar, I feel the instant connection with spirit. So anytime I have situations where I need clarity, situations where I need prayer or where I need spiritual strength, I go to my altar and I get that. I pray, meditate at my altar. I give offerings at my altar. I give, when I say offerings, I give, I put coins in there for my ancestors. I have many altars throughout my home. I have an ancestral altar. I have an altar for business that's in my office, and I also have an altar. As soon as you come up to my home, a lot of people don't even recognize it, and that's the cool thing about altars, because your altars do not have to be all. You can be creative with your altars, but I do have an altar for family and for love and for universal love to help keep that going. And I charge my altars for a specific purpose and a specific intention. And so it's very, very important that every woman, everybody, but especially women who want to be natural women, to tap into using your spiritual powers, your spiritual gifts, and using the tool of an altar to help you in creating the best life for you. So welcome to my altar demonstration. Please, before you watch this, please please read my article on the Sacred Space Altar Building 101, or if you watch the video first, go back and read the video, because read the article, because this video and the article go hand in hand. Like I said before, we're used to seeing altars when we are in church settings, but when you get into venturing out of the church concept of spirituality and dive into your own spiritual personal journey, utilizing an altar will be very beneficial, because from my experience, a lot of times when we have that awakening and we want to leave organized religion and find something that's more fulfilling when it comes to spirituality, a lot of times church is all that we know, and it's hard for us to, well, it's not hard for us, we just have to go out and search other ways, but a lot of times church is all people know, and sometimes if you don't have that spiritual component in your life, you will feel lost. So utilizing an altar will be very, very beneficial in helping you to maintain that spiritual presence. It's a place where you can go to pray to God, to the universe, to your ancestors, whoever it is that you believe or hold at the creator level. That's the person that you go to in this altar. So I wanted to rebuild an altar. This is one of my altars I took down so I can rebuild and show you some items. If you're interested in an altar or wonder what items should go on the altar, you'll know from this video. I put a cloth right here. Sometimes you can just use a straight wooden surface. This is like a little nightstand that I use, and I put a cloth over it just so I can make it pretty, because I like to have a white covering over my altars, because white is a very spiritual, sacred color. It represents purity. And so some of the things that I will put on my altar, and this will be an ancestral altar. Now, one thing about ancestral altars, if you believe in African spiritual concepts, we revere a lot of, we make, what's the right word? We give a lot of honor to our ancestors, because our ancestors are on the spiritual side helping us through this physical world that we're going through. So a lot of your ancestors who pass on, they can literally come and help you and assist you on your life journey. You can get their wisdom, their insight. And so one way that I honor my ancestors is I build an altar for them. Now, the one thing that you will not see in this altar demonstration are the pictures of my ancestors. You could add your own pictures for your ancestors, tape them on the wall behind the altar, or lay them on the altar any kind of way you want, because it helps me to remember my ancestors, and to teach my children to remember their ancestors, so we can keep that strong spiritual connection with the other side. Because our ancestors, I remember I watched a video, this lady, her husband died, and he was minutes away from passing on, and he told her that he had to leave because it was better for him, but he told her, I can help you better from the other side than I could living here, because from the spiritual aspect of things, he can see, sometimes as humans, we can only see what's ahead of us. We can't see what's over there, what's up there, what's down there. But on the spiritual realm, he was able to see a bigger picture, and so he would be able to help his wife once he passed on throughout her life journey. And I thought that was a very interesting story. So some of the things you could add on the altar are candles. Candles are very spiritual, especially white candles. I light a white candle in representation of my ancestors. Sometimes I don't light it every day, but a lot of times when I'm going to be home, I wake up in the morning and I pray to a lit candle. So candles are a good thing that you can add to any altar, and be creative as you want with altars. They don't have to be the things I'm showing you today. They don't have to be this is the stuff you put on the altar. You can be very creative on the things you put on your altar, and it will take you, and it'll be good for you to do the research and understand altars a little better, and then you can personalize it and add your own special uniqueness and touch to it. Some things you may want to also add to your altar are flowers. I love to add flowers, and you can place it in any way that you want. I use tobacco. This is a little rock that has tobacco in it. Tobacco, my ancestors love tobacco. So as an offering to my ancestors and a thank you for them helping me in my life, because my ancestors really do help big time in my life, I always put fresh tobacco on my altar for them. I also have a bowl of money. My ancestors love money. I love money. Money is a tool that can help enhance our lives a lot. And so all them loose money I find, loose change, I never not look over it. I always come put it in my altar as a thank you for the wealth that our family has, our ancestors have. And remember, our ancestors are not just limited to our relatives. Everything is an ancestor, because everything is spirit. So this can go from the gods, the goddesses, the birds and animals, like everything is spirit. So when I say ancestors, I'm not just limiting it to my family. Everything is an ancestor once you pass on to the spiritual realm. So I do have a thing of money, and I add cowrie shells in here because cowrie shells carry a certain type of energy that, in my mind, it will help magnetize and bring more abundance and wealth, because wealth and abundance is good. And I feel that everyone should be wealthy and everyone should be abundant, because being in a poverty state of mind is like a disease state of mind, and we don't want to be diseased. We want to be healthy. Some other things. The typical things, I got candles, I have flowers, I have the tobacco, I have money. You can also personalize it by adding fossils. I have 2 seashells right here. I'm not going to put them up here because it'll block my face, but these are 2 seashells, and I will rebuild this and show a picture at the end so you'll see how it looks set up. But I will usually add these as decoration pieces to add to the altar, and then they carry a certain type of feminine quality, water element that I love. And then I also like to personalize my altar by utilizing crystals. Everyone who knows me knows I love crystals. I have crystals all over my house, big, small, necklace, jewelry. I love crystals because crystals help enhance and raise the vibration. And I love that feeling. I love the vibration to be raised. And so I got a few tumble stones, like a clear quartz, spirit quartz, crystal rose desert quartz. I have some seashells. These are the things that I put at my altar because they're sacred items, and it's a particular energy that I like to have at my altar. And then I always have a fresh glass of cool water as a offering libation for my ancestors. And every morning I wake up, I pour a cup full of clean water, not tap water. This is distilled water. Spring water, especially from a natural source, is the best. And this water is from my ancestors. Now, no, they do not come and drink the water. This is all for representation. This is like ritual. This is something that, you do. Like when you do the Christian first Sunday communion. When you do your communion, that's the same thing. You're drinking of the juice. It's not really blood. And you're eating of the body. It's not really a body, which is kind of like cannibalism, but that's another video we're going to get into. But it's the same type of concept. And so what I usually do once I have my altar set, I have sage. I burn sage. I will do a video on sage soon. Sage is a herb, white sage is a herb that you burn and it removes negative energy. And once I sage it down, I light my candle, which I will do. And you can also add incense to your altar. Some people put a lot of candles. There's so many kinds of altars. You can put statues of different gods and deities. You can put affirmations at your altar. For my ancestral altars, I put the obituaries of some of my past ancestors. I put some of their obituaries around the altar, just as a representation, it's really a reminder for me to honor my ancestors. And so that is, that's pretty much what an altar is. And you can be so creative with your altars, but having a sacred place for you to go to inside your home, to go pray, to go connect with spirit, to go ask for blessings, to go just be connected to source will be very, very useful, because you just don't have to wait till Sunday to get that spiritual refill. You can get that spiritual refill every day, because you are a temple. You have that same power as everything else, because you are a spirit having a human experience. So again, thank you for watching this video on altars and how you can utilize and build an altar. I'll be sure to take some pictures and add it to the video. Again, my name is Azizah Nubia. I'm with Natural Woman Magazine. Please visit our website at www.asknaturalwoman.com. Check out my article, Sacred Altars, Sacred Spaces, Altars One-on-One. It's a great article, and hopefully it will help someone, find a deeper connection with themselves, so you can go ahead and enhance your life along with enhancing the world. But until next time, family, peace, love, and light.